Hello.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hello, welcome to our
Hey
first
guys.
meeting. I'm Mike.
I'm Kish.
I'm Gabby.
I'm Rabia.
All right. So the topic that we have been given to master is CPR. I'm personally not too familiar with CPR. Obviously, I know that it's used to save people.
Just ask a couple questions for right now. Does anybody know what CPR stands for?
Cardiopulmonary resuscitation.
Yes. Does anybody have any ideas of what muscles are used?
I just looked a video online and then on the on the basis of the form who is giving CPR, I think the major muscles that it's used is like back and shoulder,
Yeah.
maybe like forearm muscles, but I'm not sure.
Mhm.
It's a
Yeah,
great idea.
triceps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What should we be learning or like looking up first for the next meeting so we know we can get started?
Familiarize yourself with videos of it going on, not only like chest compressions, but the whole scene of it.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'll have a video ready.
Well, then I'll see you guys next week.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. See ya. Welcome back, everybody, to week 2. Hopefully, we all did our homework. We were all supposed to do, a little research on CPR and get a general idea of what CPR is. You guys maybe want to share a little bit of what you learned.
Yeah, so last week when I was searching it up, I thought it was really cool. I saw that like a lot of people should like have CPR, like CPR certifications, like babysitters, firefighters, just like anybody. I'm sorry, that was my cat.
I did research on what kind of muscle group works. I've got to know it's like you have to make your core very strong and you have to also work on your backs and your shoulder muscles.
I didn't realize how long, like how fast you had to do it. It's like 100
Yeah.
per minute, so you have to be like fit, you know?
If you see a teen or adult suddenly collapse, it's important to act fast. Helping to save a life is easier than you might think. Just start hands only CPR. The first step is to send someone to call your local emergency response number or call it yourself. Then get directly over the victim. Put the heel of one hand in the center of the chest, then put your other hand on top of the first. Then push hard and fast in the center of the chest until help arrives. It's important to push, giving 100 to 120 compressions per minute. Remember, call your local emergency number, then push hard and fast in the center of the chest until help arrives. Your actions can help save a life.
Basically, what you first want to do is acknowledge the situation and like acknowledge that there's a person that needs CPR and like this is an emergency. So you acknowledge that somebody needs help and you try and get either other people to help you and call 911, or if you're the only person there, you should call 911. You have to look for no breathing. You have to look for the airways, see if it's blocked, see if they're breathing at all. Also, you have to check for their heart rate if they have a pulse. If not, you would also have to do CPR. Make sure they have an open airway.
What's our next assignment or homework that you want us to accomplish by next week?
Okay, so next week we'll probably start. I'll show like another demonstration, I guess, and a personal one, and we can start the process of it. For next week, I guess you could find a song that goes with the rate of CPR so that it can help you do the rate correctly. And also get a place ready for CPR because you do need a flat surface.
Hey everybody, welcome to week 3. Hopefully everyone did their homework.
What you're gonna do for CPR is you're gonna check for scene safety. So you make sure that you're not putting yourself or other people in danger. Next thing you do is check for consciousness. So, are you okay? Are you okay? So you like tap them or do whatever. Are you okay? If they don't respond, check for a pulse in the carotid and for breathing. And if they're not breathing or there's no pulse, then you take one hand. I usually take my dominant hand, put it right in their chest. The other hand wraps around like this, and then you do the compressions to get down of your song. Um, Yes, Robbie.
Do I like use my elbows or?
No, keep your arms straight. Oh, sorry, my sweater's like so big. Keep your arms straight and you're just gonna do this. And yeah, usually it's a cycle of 30 compressions and 2 breaths. But if you don't want to do the breaths, you can just do the hands only CPR.
Next week, just practice memorizing those steps, and then in our next meeting, we'll do I guess each person will go around and we'll demonstrate that we know, what to do with our pillows.
I mean,
and a flat
The
surface.
Build-A-Bear thing to do it.
Yeah, that would.
Because,
I think.
yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys. Bye.
All
I
right,
got
take care.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to
Hello.
week 4. Hopefully, we all practiced a little bit and remember what Gabby taught us last week. So I think the first thing we'll do is just go around, the 3 of us, students, and show Gabby what we've been practicing and learning. Do you guys want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I think you should go first, Matt.
I go first.
Good job,
Good job, everybody.
That was so good. Everybody got the basic points down, checking the scene, checking for responsiveness, checking for breathing, all that stuff.
All right. So I'll see everybody next week. Peace.
Guys.
Peace.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our last week, week 9. So today we're going to be doing, I guess you can say, our final evaluation in front of Gabby, who will be making sure we hit all the points. And yeah. Does anybody want to get started?
I'll go first.
Okay.
If you
Yes.
Okay, so this is my person. And so I'm gonna do CPR. I'm gonna run through like all the steps and kind of just recap everything I have learned this semester. So I walk up to a scene, I make sure it's safe, you know what I mean? Like there's no like power lines or anything, like there's no way I'm gonna get hurt. I check my person's like consciousness, like I like put my finger under their nose, I go, hey, like they're not responsive. And I check their pulse and there's no heartbeat. I can check right here. And I don't feel a heartbeat. So I tell whoever's around me or myself, I call 911. And then once I know help's on their way, I start compressions. And to do I want to do quality compressions because we're going at like such a fast rate and it's hard to do such quality compressions. So I have to like take extra precautions and like care. So I like place my hands on the bottom of their on the bottom of their sternum, and I keep my elbows straight, and at 100 beats per minute, Hips Don't Lie by Shakira in my head, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, all the way to 30. Okay. And then once I'm at 30 compressions, I am careful. Like I don't want to hurt them, and I don't know if they're hurt. So I do a head tilt chin lift, and I take my hand on their forehead and I push back on their jaw, and then I make a seal with my lips on their lips, and I pinch their nose as well. And I like deliver quality breaths, and I look for their chest to rise to make sure that their lungs are filling with my air. And then I do that twice, and I go back and I go through this cycle till either I get tired and someone else can help me, or if no one else is there, till help arrives.
Yes.
Thanks.
Who's next?
I guess I can go next.
Okay.
Okay. So this is my person. Okay. So I arrive at the scene. And the first thing I do is to make sure that the scene is safe. So scene is safe, and once the scene is safe, I check for consciousness. Are you okay? Are you okay? And if there's no response and I don't feel pulse, then I go ahead and tell someone to call 911, or if I'm by myself, then I'll call 911 and put them on speaker. All right, and once I do that, I go immediately straight into compressions with my hands like this. Okay, place it right, in between the chest, elbows straight, and my song was Staying Alive. Staying Alive. So I go, okay, and I keep doing it. 30 compressions, elbows straight, up and down. And then once I finish those, then I go to the breaths. So I tilt the chin, and then with my hand on their forehead, and I tilt it, and then I go ahead and seal my mouth around theirs, and then I give 2 really nice deep breaths. And then after I do that, then I continue into compressions. Compressions to make sure it's really important to make sure they're good quality, to make sure you have good depth, so around 1 to 2 inches. And then I continue to do that cycle until either I get tired and I can no longer give good CPR, or until help arrives.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. This is my person. I'm just gonna see for the safety first. I'm gonna make sure that if he's conscious, I'm not supposed to give CPR. I'm gonna check his nose. I'll check his pulse. I can check pulse at different locations. One is carotid, one is radial, and personally, I would like to go for carotid because it's very easy access. And after I see that I can't feel the pulse, I'll take my dominant hand and I'll make a fist like this. Then I'll locate his compression placement position. It's right in the sternum. So if you can't look at the sternum directly, you can go to the end of a collarbone, look for the 4th and 5th rib. In between them, you can go for compression right here in the middle. So here, make sure your elbows are straight. You are just like doing a serratus anterior punches into forward like this. Do 30 compressions. You have to go at least more than 2 inches down in his chest. You do 30 compressions, then also give a mouth-to-mouth breath. In that, you have to lift up the mouth with chin, and you have to keep your hand on the forehead and pinch the nose, and then give 2 force expiration compression, and then you have to go back to CPR. And I think I forgot to call that. We have to also call 911 first by ourselves, or ask someone else next to you to call 911. And you have to do until the help arrives.
Great job, everybody. You all did really well, and you all made really good points and brought out really good points about CPR. And you guys are all ready to be certified for CPR.